Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato on today's Everything Music. It's What Makes This Song Great, episode 75. We finally got there. The band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the song is coming up next. Under the Bridge was the second single off the Red Hot Chili Peppers record entitled Blood Sugar Sex Magik, which was released on September 24th, 1991. The song was written by the entire band, produced by Rick Rubin, and it was engineered and mixed by Brendan O'Brien. One of the things that makes the song great is the introduction by John Frusciante. It is one of the most memorable guitar riffs of the decade. Let's check it out. It sounds like a combination of two separate parts. One of them is playing. That was, of course, John Frusciante demonstrating it himself. When he's demonstrating it, he actually doesn't pick that high note. Well, he does the first time. But the rest of the times he doesn't. That's what makes me think that those higher notes are actually an overdub. Okay, so then we get into the verse right here.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel...
And all it is Anthony Kiedis and John Frusciante playing as a duo. So John is playing... So E, B, C sharp minor, G sharp minor to A, and then...
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend.
To A the second time.
City I live in, the city of angels, lonely as I am, together we cry.
Then it ends on an E major 7 when the drums and bass come in. Let me talk about the melody for a second. So the melody is pretty much all pentatonic, Anthony Kiedis' melody, which is, and it follows the chord changes perfectly. So, and even the ending. And then. So it's a very, very simple melody, but it really outlines the chords perfectly with a third on the first chord, to the fifth, to the fourth, and then root, third, root, and then flat 7 to the fifth of the A major chord. So all chord tones for the most part, other than that fourth on the 5 chord, the B major. When the bass and drums enter, the bass just plays a very simple figure that's just this. Okay, it just does that pedal on the E, and then the drums are playing this. Basically side stick and hi-hat together. Next we're on to the second verse where the guitar plays that more signature riff like this. Listen. Still just that side stick and hi-hat. And then second guitar enters there on the other side. 2, 3, chorus. So you can really hear the Jimi Hendrix influence on John Frusciante's playing. All the types of fills that he's playing like that and that. Those kind of things, that's all the Hendrix vibe, the way that Jimmy would play those chord fragments. Really, really great. Next we move into the chorus. We have the bass enter there. Okay, so he starts F sharp minor. I love this B major chord there, back to the F sharp minor. It's really cool. Next, let's talk about the bass part in the chorus. Flea starts with an F sharp power chord. Let me play along with it. Let's check out the drums in the chorus. We have this little lead in. Awesome, check it out. First time you hear the kick. But still side stick, right? The side stick is acting like a click track. Kick drum's huge. Let's talk about the chorus melody. So it's mostly a chord tone melody. He starts in the 5th of F sharp minor. Right? Here's the F sharp minor. Then he resolves down to the 5th of the E major. And then on the B major, he goes the root, flat 7, like it's a B7 chord. And then he goes to the 4th, back to the 5th of the F sharp minor. One thing that I think makes the chorus really interesting is that it's in a minor key, right? It has a minor feel to it, whereas the verse has that has a very uplifting major feel. So we've gone from this E major vibe to more of a minor feel in the chorus. Let's take a listen to the chorus vocals soloed. I want you to listen to how much compression is on them and the fact that there's really no reverb on it. Rick Rubin was into this no reverb vocal thing back then. That was really a sound for that time period. Let's check it out.
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
Next, we move on to the second verse.
It's hard to believe
The one thing that changes is that some of the guitar fills are a little different. It's totally just a jammed out guitar part, whereas the drums and bass are real straight here, just keeping time and groove. There's that high bass note there. 2, 3, chorus. We still have there's still no snare drum happening here. It's still the side stick when we get to the second chorus, right? Same thing. Same part, really simple. Rick Rubin was getting them to play very simply. And then, here we go. This is really the beginning of the out chorus here. That's where the snare drum comes in. Woo! You hear all those ghost notes that are happening there. Really, really is grooving hard. One thing about this kind of drum sound that you hear in this record is that it began to appear in a lot of other records that Brendan O'Brien, who engineered and mixed the record, did later on, like Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots, and he mixed the Super Unknown record by Soundgarden. You hear the really dry vocal, the room mics that are compressed on the drums, so it has a really natural sound, the higher pitched snare tunings. This is really became a signature of his production later on, and I wonder if this was kind of the template for that, this particular record. It's really interesting. On this next section, which is the out chorus, one of the things that makes it great to me is Flea's bass part. The chord progression is A major, C major, G major, F major 2 times. That's what John Frusciante plays. But on the second phrase, Flea holds on the A during the C major chord, which makes it an A minor 7. If you put a C major chord with an A in the bass, it makes it A minor 7. And it really gives it a 2-phrase feel. Let me play along with it and you'll hear where it is. Right here. Right here. My favorite parts of this ending is when it goes into the turnaround before it goes into the next section, and he plays this major 7th chord like this. So he's playing an F major 7 like that with that voicing, then to an E7 with a 7th on top, and then he goes up to G major 7. Let me play along with it. So during this section, they add in that layer of higher, sounds like female vocals, along with a kind of guitar or keyboard part. Let's solo it and listen to what's going on there.
One time. Is where I drew some blood.
So if you're like me, you're probably thinking, I didn't know there was organ in there. I heard, yeah, you hear those background vocals and all that, but that's really where all the action is. That makes that ending of the song so epic. It's really, really beautiful. I also love John Frusciante's, using those voicings like that with that Lydian sharp 4. It just adds really cool movement to it. But all the action is happening in all these extra layers. Let's check out the next section.
I give my life away.
Under the Bridge was definitely one of the biggest songs of the 1990s, and I think one of the most important songs, and it really made the Red Hot Chili Peppers' career. I saw the Chili Peppers play in the 80s early on, but they became massively big after this record. This was especially because of this song. So this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this song as one of these videos. I want to talk about this song because it's a real important song, probably one of the most important songs of the 90s. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're a first-time viewer, don't forget to ring the bell. If you're interested in the Beato book, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. The new Beato Book 3.0 is out now. Follow me on Instagram at rickbeato1, and if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks for watching.